Welcome to the Pizza Party. I am the Pizza Guy DIY. Join the Pizza Party, and today we're going to be talking about cheese and peas and PB&J. What, really? Yes, today is fun and games, bro. I decided that I would use up some of this leftover pizza crust that you see here and here in the pan on the paper plate. I bought some 12-inch pre-made pizza crusts. They're like cardboard, man. They've been in the fridge in the bottom drawer in a Ziploc bag for 3 months, maybe a long time. Anyway, I decided I wanted to try to burn these up, and so I broke a couple out. And honestly, if you don't know, the classic peanut butter and jelly sandwich is, fruit, peanut butter and jelly, which is made of fruit or jam, jelly or jam, whatever. And it's usually on white bread, man. It's the simplest, grossest thing you've ever had, but not really. It's one of the fondest memories of your childhood, probably. But anyway, popular variations include using different bread, crunchy peanut butter, and toasting or grilling the sandwich like it's a grilled cheese in butter for a warm, gooey texture. All right, yes, I stole that from AI. All right, here is the size of this. This is 1/4 of a 12-inch pizza, pre-made pizza crust. Pizza. You can't call it pizza dough because this isn't dough. The dough has already been transformed into crust, but it comes in a package with 3 12-inch slabs of dough or crust. And I did notice this little see my mouse cursor going around in circles up here. Wing wing. Oh, didn't do it. See it moving around here? I noticed this little piece that looked a little suspicious. It looked like a little bit of mold, so I pinched that off, and then I made my pizza. But anyway, it's about the size of a $5 bill along this side and this side. But I went ahead and threw it in the cast iron skillet, and I wanted to get a little color on there. And I started working on my peanut butter and jelly, and I'm trying to clean out my preps. And if you're not familiar, preps means preparedness, preparations. If the world goes to hell and the zombies attack, I have fucking jelly and peanut butter in my bedroom closet in a Rubbermaid bin, and I have 10 years worth of it. Wait, 10 years. 2024. I got it's 2026, so I got 12 years of peanut butter and jelly saved up. But no, I'm kidding. I've got chili and beans and Campbell's soup too. So anyway, the peas are frozen. I love frozen vegetables. I do not like canned vegetables. However, in my preps, I do have canned vegetables because when the power goes out due to an EMP, you're doomed. All right, dude, you get it? Today's fun and games. So anyway, here's some frozen peas, and then I made a cream sauce with cornstarch and milk. And all you do is you dissolve a bunch of cornstarch in some milk, and then you pour it into a saucepan, and you begin heating it and stirring it and stirring it and stirring it. This is what I use for creamed chip beef on toast. And, pretty much anything that I do creamed, unless I happen to have some authentic whole cream, right? Then I will use whole cream. Boom. Undeniably, unquestionably superior to cornstarch and milk. But yeah, heavy cream is the bomb, dude. You can use it for so many things in your kitchen you will not understand until you buy some, keep it in your fridge, and realize, aha, I think a splash of heavy cream here is going to solve this problem or improve this product. So anyway, here I am looking at one page and talking for 10 minutes. Yeah, that's to get here. Anyway, it's fun and games, bro. That's a pretty piece of, pizza crust, a food delivery platform, and that's a really old jar of jelly. I was surprised it didn't mold on top. It popped when I opened it, so it was fully sealed in it, and I ate it, and I didn't puke. There you go, the true testament and the true experiment. Now there's a couple things, like I had some tuna cans and some chicken, what do you call it? Canned chicken breast? I don't know. It's just like tuna, but it's chicken in a can. And both of those were from the year 2014. I cracked those open, and I was a little more concerned about those, right? So I got myself a little teaspoon, the tiny spoon in your Silverware drawer, and I took a bite, and I put it in the fridge. And then I went and played a video game for an hour, and I didn't puke and I didn't get diarrhea. So it's all good in the hood, dude. I've eaten food from 10 years ago without issue. Even though it's best if sold by that date. It lasted a lot longer. I'm not telling you to do what I'm doing. Disclaimer. I should probably start that whole thing over. All right, so here you can see that we have this nice piece of pizza crust, which in other videos I have described as a food delivery platform. All you do is spread some peanut butter and some jelly on there, and it's different than a pizza, isn't it? But the pizza crust is the food delivery platform. So you understand? You pick it up when I'm throwing down. And in this case, I'm using jelly from 12 years ago, right? It's 2026 at the time of this video, and 2026 minus 2014 is, 12 years. So pretty awesome that I can do that, and so can you. You can start prepping. I guarantee you should go look for Alaska Granny on YouTube. She will get you started. And once you watch 5 of her videos, YouTube is going to fill your feed with 30 more content creators who do prep. So anyway, get with the program, dude. Here it is. There's a nice toasted pizza crust, a food delivery platform covered in peanut butter and jelly. That was phenomenal. I got to tell you, it has been, I guess, 12 years since I've eaten peanut butter and jelly, and that was great. And if you consider the realities of the zombie apocalypse. Yes, the realities of the zombie apocalypse. That's exactly what I said. You're going to need both of these things. You've got the or the food delivery platform, which is carbohydrates, the pizza crust. Then you have the protein from the peanut butter. Then you have the sugar and more carbs. So you have basically a whole food right here. Your survival food on a pizza. All right, so next up is cheesy peas. What the frickin' frack are cheesy peas? Well, I was thinking PBJ. What is similar to PBJ? And what do I have in my cupboard? Didn't have nothing in the cupboard really that was interesting or funny. So I looked in my freezer, and I got frozen peas. Man, I haven't had frozen peas on anything in ages. And I actually love peas. All you gotta do is cover them in butter, salt, and pepper. I love peas. This year in my garden, I will be growing the hell out of the peas. Check out Garden Guy DIY. I'm going to be kicking that channel off very soon. It is, what is it, March? Yeah, it's March. March of 2026. So in May, and actually closer to June 1st, 2026, my garden and my soil will be warm enough to start growing food. And something I've never done before is peas. This year I will be growing peas, but not peas in a pod. It will be sugar snap peas where you eat the whole pod. You don't crack it open and pick out little individual peas. So anyway, that's a whole different story. Anyway, so heating canned or frozen peas with butter, American cheese, salt, and pepper until melted is a thing. I had no idea. Like I said, I was just looking at my fridge. I'm like, what can I do with these peas? Or I was looking at the freezer because I had frozen peas. I'm like, what can I do with this? And I decided that, let's see, what goes with peas? Oh, well, let's just rhyme. Peas and cheese. So I looked up peas and cheese, and lo and behold, this is a long-term staple of life for a lot of people. Apparently originated a long time ago in England, but in the U.S. use case, they use American cheese. I did not, however, and mine didn't work out so great. You've already read every word on the screen, so do I need to repeat that you can add cream cheese, bacon, onion, yabba dabba doos? It's really interesting. So I grabbed another pizza slice of pizza crust. I browned it in the cast iron skillet. Then I put some shredded Colby Jack cheese because it's what I had in the fridge, and I didn't have American cheese. Then I took the frozen peas that I combined with cornstarch and milk to make a cream sauce, and salt and pepper. You can see salt and pepper there. Well, you can see the pepper, you can't see the salt. And then I covered it in cheese. And then I cooked it in the oven in a cast iron skillet, and it turned into a pile of mush. I actually tried pulling this out of here. I did get it onto a cooling rack as a single unit, but the cheese had I went way too heavy on the cheese. It bled out beyond the borders. The edges were really good, but anything that came in contact with that pizza dough was not good. The cheese and peas by themselves were great, but once you got like this crappy bread texture and stuff, it wasn't good. I even had some buttermilk ranch dressing in the fridge. I pulled that out. That added a lot to the peas and cheese, but the peas and cheese needed to be scraped off of the crust, and then I ate it by hand, like globs and fingerfuls of chomp, chomp, chomp. And I took it and I dipped it in the buttermilk ranch, and then I cleaned out the buttermilk ranch and the oil off cleaned it all up. Fun and games, dude, fun and games. And hope you enjoyed today's video. Remember, I am Troy from troysweb.com. I'm looking for 1,000 true fans who will give me $1 a month and support the channel because I'll never get monetized. Man, I looked it up. There's like only 2.9% of YouTube channels ever get monetized. There's billions of them, especially now that AI and headless AI and fake AI and AI bots. I don't think I'll ever get a swing here. But if not, then I'm just going to fade away. Catch you next time.